What is up, dudes and dudettes of the internet? How's it going? I just wanted to make a quick video to say hi. I want to show off some things that I'm doing over here. I'm doing great. I'm happily married for a while now. I've got two awesome kids. My kids are 7 years old and 4 years old, boy and a girl. It's pretty crazy. So they've been keeping me very busy. Work is pretty great too. I'm very blessed and privileged to do what I do. So lately I've been trying to come up with a new hobby, right? So I love my kids. I've given them as much as my time as I could, but I've kind of put aside any hobbying and like deep learning. But it seems like I'm maybe at a moment where I could probably pick up some things again. So I'm getting really excited about basic electronics, but I'm complete noob at a lot of areas, and in some areas I feel like I've excelled very fast. So let me kind of show you what I'm up to. And again, I don't know if I'm gonna kick up this channel again. I just wanted to provide an update and say hello, and I miss you guys and I love you guys. And I would love to see what you're up to. Now, let me cut the camera, because phones can do that now. I don't have to edit my videos together to splice them. It's crazy, different world we live in, but let me pause it, and I'll turn the camera around and show you my little setup now. It's temporary, but I'll show you my setup. Okay, so we are here in the middle of my living room. This is a temporary setup. I kind of gave up my office room, which was over there in that hallway, so my son can have his own room and my daughter can have their own room. But basically, this is all new to me. Maybe 3 days ago or so, this desk was just absolutely full of just stuff. All of these components, I kept them in like a cardboard box, like an Amazon package box, and I just had everything like in there. This box is new to me. Oh, something outside is, let me close this window. Yeah, okay. So this whole box is new to me. I love it. I've got all kinds of cool things in here. Like I've got resistors. I've got like motors and fans and stuff. Just batteries so I can test different things. All kinds of jumper wires for breadboarding. I've got, you know, let's see what, LEDs, speakers, more LEDs, buttons, potentiometers, switches, just all kinds of cool stuff. Oh, here's a cool one. So I've got these chips right here, which I just used for the first time last night, and I'll show you my project. This is actually a USB module that will actually charge rechargeable batteries. Really cool. I didn't really know that that's how. I'm learning so much over the last few days. Like last week, I didn't have any of this stuff. And I'm starting to put it all together. And I'm rapidly learning. But grab one of those guys, and you grab one of these batteries, and you charge it. Really cool. So anyway, I also bought a soldering iron not that long ago, and I'm learning how to use the multi-tool properly. All kinds of, guys, it's really exciting. Here I've got wiring, which you'll see I'm starting to transfer from jumper wire to this type of wire for my breadboard. Copper wire. I plan to make some sculptures that light up and stuff, which would be really cool. Let's see. I moved away from a smartwatch, at least temporarily in my life, from this chapter, to just some classic Casio timeless watches. I'm really liking them. I basically love these two models the most. The A158 model, so much thinner than the A168, and I will literally swap between these watches like multiple times a day because I love them so much. They also inspired the project I'm working on, so there's that. And I got my soldering iron here. I've got the project I'm working on. I was actually testing out the battery capacity. Right now it's not plugged into my computer or anything, but I guess I'll show you that. So let me see. Let me cut the video and then I'll start it over. All right. So let me cut power. Okay. And again, these jumper cables are all temporary. I'm slowly working to move to wires that I was showing you there. But here we go. This is a Raspberry Raspberry Pi Pico. It's a controller that will help me learn how to do things. I'm working with MicroPython, You know, you guys already know I've got a lot of PowerShell experience, but I haven't used that PowerShell experience in probably 5-6 years. And so I wanted to learn Python. And as I was translating the PowerShell knowledge over to Python, things just started clicking for me. And I started learning, like, oh, that's how these work. Like, each of these is a pin. And you can actually program in Python that you can control each of these pins. And each of those pins can either go to a button, a motor, or some sort of component. And I also figured out I've always wanted to get a screen going. So this is my first time actually getting a screen up and running, an LED in there. Mind you, 2 weeks ago, I was struggling to get just an LED lit up with a 9-volt battery, but this is where I am because I've been so passionate and excited about this. But let me show you what I've been able to do. This is a little device for me, of me, my own little passion project. I'm trying to work on a device that I can hold in my pocket, like Tamagotchi size. So here we go. Right, Cherry OS. But basically, again, this is just for me. I love it. Basic interface, I got a clock, timer, and alarm. I've got a 3-button interface. So I can go down to, let's say, let's go to clock. It'll show the time. Right, the time's wrong. I'll sync that with like the internet or something. It actually is wrong because I just unplugged it from my computer. My computer was feeding the right time, and I'm just realizing, oh, well, I need like internet or something, or save the time to the flash memory or something. I don't know, I gotta figure this out. But basically, there's my clock. I've got a timer and an alarm. Alarm isn't quite ready yet, coming soon. But we'll go back. Now, if I'm at the menu or anywhere else, I also have a sleep wake button. This will put the screen to sleep. Turn it on, it defaults to the clock, which is nice. Let's go to timer. This is where I was inspired by the Casio. So I use timers all day, every day in my normal life. 1 minute, 5 minute, 10 minute by default is what I use. But if I wanted to set a custom timer, like let's say I'm cooking, I no longer have a smartwatch, right? I would normally use my Apple Watch to like set that time for the timer, but now I need something else to do it. And yeah, I can take out my phone, but why not just do it here? Custom, this is the Casio interface. So I can select which value I want to increment. And for demo purposes sake, let's just put this up to like 5 seconds. But you know what, we'll do a minute to start with. We'll stop it later. And I'll hit the 3rd button. So it's active. If I put this thing to sleep, right, it's in my pocket, I'm going about my day, and I want to check the time or something, I just press the wake button. Now I've got the clock page, but that T- is also down there. It's like a persistent timer. If I go back to the menu, timer's also there, which is nice. We're gonna go ahead and stop this timer. And I'll show you what happens if we increment this. Let's see, let's just turn it off and turn it back on. I don't wanna have to. There's a few things I wanna polish and tweak. Like, I don't wanna have to turn it off if I don't wanna click the button a bunch of times to set the timer value to what I want. But we'll just set this to like 5 seconds. And I'll show you what happens. The way that it interacts happens both when the screen is on and off, so I'll show you when it's like asleep, okay? So if I start it, put it to sleep. There you go. The screen looks like it's tearing, it's really not. I think it's probably just the video feed, but you'll notice that this LED was pulsing in coordination with the screen flashing. So does the piezo speaker. And now it's breathing. And that breathing will not stop until you hit that wake button to end it. This will flash, time's up, and stop after 30 seconds or so. That's great. What is the intent here? The intent is, next to my computer, I want this little device that I just hold there. It could be my timer. It sticks alongside of me. I'll plug it into my computer. It's got constant power and whatnot. When I want to go, I just unplug it and take it with me, throw it in my pocket. So this LED symbolizes like on the top of the Tamagotchi device. Actually, let me see if I have something like this. Right? Like imagine that's what I'm kind of building. And I'm trying to figure out the size. because I'm also got to figure out the battery, how to get the battery in here. What I did figure out is I can use, actually, instead of a Raspberry Pi Pico, I've got like this Xiao chip, which is much lower powered, way fewer pins, but it has Bluetooth capability. So a feature I want to do is add this little thing to talk to my phone, pull some data, and store it on the device. That's great. And also this charging module is built into this new device, and the new device is about the size of my thumbnail. It's very, very small. Probably like close to this size actually. So if I can do that, I've got a couple batteries on the way so I can test the size, different milliamp hours, but they're flat batteries now, and I'm looking forward to experimenting with those and test the timing of how long this thing will stay on in my pocket. But now I'm at like the design phase, right? Like, what do I actually want to do? I will ditch this physical switch for holding the wake button to soft power off the device, so it kind of works like a phone. I'm working on miniaturizing everything at this point. So once that's done, I'm probably going to try and craft like a shell for it that looks something like this. Put it all in the device, mount it in there. Maybe, I don't have a 3D printer, but that's my next natural step. One day I will have one, but this is what I'm building. So anyway, if I do time's up, great, goes back to clock, and we are good to go. That's my device that I'm making. And again, this is a scrolling bar that I plan to add some either news headlines or something. I love to read like techmeme.com, like memorabilia.com, or memorandum, I think it's called. Techmeme, and maybe I'll have some like headlines scrolling there. Or at work, maybe if there's an outage at a campus or at a location, I'll have the outage like show up here or something. But anyway, I'm learning a lot. I didn't even know how to get like an LED working with a 9-volt battery. I didn't know about resistors and stuff even before. I didn't know that I could connect Python to a little chip, but I just got really excited and passionate, and I started buying components, and every time I buy a component, I add it to the board, and I'm testing things. I think today or tomorrow I've got like a little vibrator, like a flat coin sized vibrator, kind of like what we have in our phones. So that'll buzz when the alarm goes off or when I get a notification or something. So lots of really cool little things that I'm working on and building. But that's what I'm up to right now. Pretty awesome. For those mothers out there, happy Mother's Day. Catch you guys later. See ya.